Imagine a town where the ground itself has been on fire for over 60 years. Not from a volcano, not from a war, but from a fire deep within the earth that no one can extinguish. This isn't a scene from a movie. This is the very real story of Centralia, Pennsylvania, the ghost town so terrifying. It inspired the horror franchise Silent Hill *. What remains of Centralia today feels less like a place on Earth and more like a permanent scar. The nightmare began in 1962. A fire started by accident found its way into a massive, abandoned network of coal mines running directly beneath the town like veins of gasoline. The tunnels carried the flames everywhere. Soon, the ground itself began to split open, releasing thick, toxic smoke that choked the streets day and night. The air became unbreathable, the ground unstable. But locals reported something far more sinister than just gas emerging from the cracks. They whispered of a gateway, something ancient and malevolent awakened by the fire. People started hearing things, faint voices and unsettling whispers, coming from deep below the fractured earth. Some swore they saw tortured faces twisting and screaming within the plumes of smoke. Local priests, overwhelmed by the growing dread, warned that this wasn't just a natural disaster. He believed it was a divine punishment, and the countless souls buried in Centralia cemeteries were now trapped, their eternal rest consumed by the underground inferno. He claimed their spirits were still down there, burning. By the early 1980s, the situation was so dire the U.S. government condemned the entire town. They bought out the homes, demolished the buildings, and literally erased Centralia from official maps. Nearly everyone was forced to leave, but a handful of residents stubbornly refused to abandon their homes. One elderly man told reporters he was staying because he could hear the voices of his deceased family calling to him from the fissures in his basement. When authorities eventually went to check on him, they found his house eerily empty. The floorboards were split wide open, revealing a dark, gaping hole. From the depths, they heard a faint, rhythmic sound like something breathing. Today, visiting Centralia is like stepping onto another planet. It's a wasteland of crumbling asphalt and ash. Roads abruptly end, swallowed by craters. Lone stop signs stand guard in a perpetual haze of smoke. Tourists who dare to visit report strange phenomena. Their phone batteries instantly drain. Their GPS devices spin uncontrollably, and a heavy, oppressive silence hangs in the air. But if you stand still long enough, especially as the fog rolls in, you might hear it to a subtle, scraping sound from just beneath your feet. Because in Centralia, the fire never went out, and perhaps people who were lost to it never really left either. Thanks for watching. If you want to explore more of America's darkest legends, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We've got plenty more haunted stories coming your way.